Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're heading to the heart of northern Thailand, specifically Chiang Mai.
Yeah, Chiang Mai.
We're going to unpack what's been unfolding there in, well, just the past 12 hours or so of August 10th, 2025.
It's quite a snapshot in time.
Exactly. Our mission, like always, is to take this stack of news snippets and reports and really dig into them, uncover the important stuff, maybe some surprising insights. Think of it as, your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed about this really vibrant city.
Absolutely.
And you'll see how these local headlines, they weren't just isolated things. They paint a picture, right? A vivid, immediate picture of the place. Shows its character, its resilience, and the everyday challenges it faces.
And that's exactly what we're aiming for. This isn't just about listing off what happened. It's about understanding why it matters.
Right.
What patterns pop up when you connect these, seemingly separate pieces of information. By the end, you should have a much more nuanced feel for the reality on the ground in Chiang Mai.
Okay, so let's get into it. We can start with some of the most immediate kind of pressing issues impacting the region right now.
Makes sense.
First up, the weather. It's a major story. There's a new alert out. A wave of intense rainfall expected pretty much nationwide, August 10th to 15th.
Strengthening monsoon.
Yeah, exactly. Due to a strengthening monsoon,
Yeah.
heavy rains, thunderstorms, even rough seas. And northern provinces like Chiang Mai are squarely in that forecast.
And what's really fascinating here, I think, is how these immediate weather patterns fit into the bigger environmental picture for northern Thailand.
How so?
Well, even beyond this specific forecast, the flood threat is kind of always looming for the region. The monsoon trough shifts, temperatures warm up. It's an ongoing dynamic.
Right.
So while this particular alert might not immediately hit Chiang Mai city itself hard, it's a reminder of those constant natural forces shaping life there.
It's a powerful reminder, definitely. And speaking of challenges, let's shift gears a bit from environmental to security. We've just heard about a landmine blast near the Cambodian frontier, injured 3 Thai soldiers.
That's serious.
Yeah. And this incident has prompted escalated clearance operations in the area. They're even laying nearly 10 kilometers, 9.8 kilometers, actually, of barbed wire.
Wow, 10 kilometers.
That's a significant development, isn't it? What does laying that much wire really signal about the border situation? Beyond just the immediate blast, I mean.
Well, it signals a pretty serious, renewed effort to secure that border, suggests the incident was significant enough to warrant a substantial physical barrier and more intense operations.
Great.
It speaks to ongoing security concerns in, specific border regions, even though Chiang Mai itself is, of course, quite far from that particular frontier.
Right, different regions, different challenges.
Exactly. And, on the note of challenges the region is grappling with, it's not just border incidents. There's still the continuing structural impact from the Myanmar earthquake.
Ah, yes, the after effects.
Yeah. Tremors are reportedly still causing damage right in Chiang Mai. We're hearing about cracks in housing, temples, schools, local buildings. It's part of this wider countrywide structural impact.
That's incredible, the long-term strain.
It really raises an important question for any city, right? How do you cope with and recover from these persistent, large-scale challenges?
Absolutely. And that kind of long-term recovery, it must impact how a city presents itself, especially thinking about attracting visitors.
Precisely.
Which brings us nicely to the economic pulse of Chiang Mai, especially its vital tourism sector. How's that recovery looking?
Well, the headline news isn't exactly stellar. The recovery for Chinese tourism specifically has been sluggish.
Sluggish.
Yeah, the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the TTA, they're now targeting a full rebound more like 2026. And Chiang Mai, in particular, has seen slower Chinese tourist returns than they'd hoped for.
That sounds like a bit of a tough spot for a city that relies so much on tourism.
It does sound that way, but this is where it gets really interesting. Despite those headlines about the sluggish initial numbers from, say, the Chinese market, the data tells a different story about Chiang Mai's, magnetic pull.
Ooh.
It's right up there with Bangkok, Phuket, and Pattaya for repeat visitors.
Repeat visitors. That's a key distinction.
It is. It's just that while maybe the initial numbers from certain markets are slow to come back, the city isn't just a fleeting trend. It builds loyalty. People come back. What do you think that says about its core appeal?
That's fascinating. It tells me that once people experience Chiang Mai, They're really drawn to it.
Hmm.
It goes beyond just a one-time tick box visit. Probably speaks to the city's unique charm, the culture,
I think so too.
that depth. So how are they trying to leverage that appeal now? Maybe with things like the National Amazing Thailand Grand Sale 2025. I know Chiang Mai is a highlight of that.
Exactly. That sale is designed to boost travel and spending across hotspots until mid-August. And by making Chiang Mai a central part of it, they're clearly trying to capitalize on that proven draw, trying to entice both new visitors and those loyal repeat travelers to come back, spend some money, inject life into the local economy right now.
Makes sense. So moving from those broader economic strategies, let's dive into the day-to-day life, the cultural vibe of Chiang Mai itself.
Okay.
We have a little snapshot here of local community engagement. Local police officers recently conducted checks on youth gatherings near popular spots like waterfront parks, bridges along the Ping River.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is apparently no violations were found, which is, maybe a small thing, but it's a good sign. Peaceful public spaces, maybe a well-integrated community feel.
And that ties right into the city's continued vibrancy, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, despite the environmental things, the economic hurdles we've talked about, Chiang Mai's event scene keeps buzzing. It seems quite active. We're seeing mentions of food festivals, stand-up comedy shows happening in prominent venues, things like that. It really highlights the city's resilience, I think. That lively local spirit.
Yeah.
Shows that the cultural heartbeat is still strong, even with these other challenges. It's a city that keeps, creating and celebrating.
It really seems that way. And looking to the future now, it's clear the city has a strategic vision too. Let's untack the Northern Economic Corridor Initiative.
Yes, the NEC.
Chiang Mai remains central to this plan. The focus is on developing a creative, sustainable economy, driving cultural tourism and local products. This feels like the bigger picture for the city's long-term development, building on everything we've discussed.
Absolutely. And if we try to connect all these threads, right?
Yeah.
The environmental threats, the monsoon, the earthquake aftershocks, the border security issues, even if distant, the tourism fluctuations, but offset by those strong repeat visitors. Then you add the snapshots of, thriving local life, the cultural events, and these forward-looking strategic development plans like the NEC.
Yeah.
It really shows a city actively navigating some incredibly complex realities. It's juggling a lot. Yet it seems to be doing so while clearly preserving and even enhancing its unique identity.
So it's not just surviving.
No, I'd say it's adapting, planning for the future, holding on to what makes it special.
And what a journey through just 12 hours of Chiang Mai's headlines. It's incredible how much detail and insight you can actually pull out from what might seem like just simple news items.
It truly is.
Hopefully you listening now have a deeper, maybe more nuanced understanding of this incredible city, its challenges, its resilience, and its vision forward.
And this maybe raises an important question for you to consider, something to mull over.
Oh, what's that?
How does the resilience and the strategic planning we see playing out in a city like Chiang Mai, revealed just in its daily headlines, how does that mirror the challenges and maybe the aspirations of communities all around the world, especially in this era of, rapid change and interconnected events?
That is a truly thought-provoking question, a great point to end on. We encourage you, as always, to keep exploring the world around you with that same curiosity and depth. Until next time.